All right, you're listening and watching Dodgers Digest here on this Thursday morning, talking about the Dodgers. Of course, the World Series kicks off tomorrow. We have a lot to talk about. Dodgers and Blue Jays from Toronto starting tomorrow. I'm Mike Nelson here with Brad J. How you doing today, Brad?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I've been just traveling a bunch, just been on the road in between games, and now it's finally here. I don't like that long of a break, though, man. That's a long break for the Dodgers. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, 7 days, right? Because the Dodgers clinched the National League way back on Friday of last week. It's going to be a week since they played a baseball game, so it is a long layoff for sure.
Well, you got no excuse. You know what I mean? You got no excuse. You've given everyone a chance to get healthy. Everyone's back. I mean, nobody's taxed. You got a 7-game series. You're heavily favored to win. There's no excuses. Now is time. This is where you got to run it back, and that's what the Dodgers need to do. I mean, they're favored. Like, you look at what everyone's saying. What is it? 80%. They're saying all the experts that Dodgers are going to win. 20% that the Blue Jays could. Even when MLB matches up Dodgers versus Blue Jays, I mean, the way they're making it look like this is going to be a sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers are heavily favored despite the fact that they are going to be on the road, right? Because the Dodgers have to start the series out in Canada on Friday. But, looking at the way the Dodgers have played in the postseason, which has been extreme, they've only lost one game, right? Swept the Reds, lost to the Phillies at one blowout loss at Dodger Stadium. And then we saw what happened against the Brewers. That wasn't even a series. The Brewers only led for half an inning. I've never seen that. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, Brad, but the Brewers only led for half an inning in 36 innings played. I mean, that's that's insane.
And remember the people that were saying, I don't know, man. I think the Brewers are going to give them a hard time. I think the Brewers going to
Yeah,
have the Dodgers numbers. They're going to take this thing to the max. Like, shut up.
wasn't
Just
even
shut
close.
up.
Wasn't
It
even close.
wasn't even, yeah, it was a sleeper. And so, I mean, you look at the way things are lining up now, even if you go on MLB and see what MLB is saying, they are saying Dodgers, they did a position matchup. You know how they do against every team? Like, okay, how do they stack up catcher? Who's got the advantage? Who's got the disadvantage? How do they stack up for first base, second base, and so on? And so the MLB puts this out, and they do it every series. And the Dodgers have, 7 strengths. They give Dodgers the edge in the catching position. They give Dodgers the edge in shortstop, third base, left field, designated hitter, starting pitching, relief pitching, all of that. Dodgers have the edge. And they're saying MLB is predicting Dodgers in 5. What do you say, Mike?
I'm gonna go with Dodgers in 5 as well. I'm gonna stick by that. I think because I want to see the Dodgers clinch the World Series at home, right? Because if it goes 6 or 7,
Yeah.
I mean it's gonna be on the road, and the Dodgers haven't clinched a World Series at Dodger Stadium in like over 50 years, right? Since the
Oh,
1960s.
man.
And I think it'd be
That
insane if we did it at home.
I would love to see the Dodgers pull that off at home too, as well. I'm with you on that. I've been calling the 5 mark as well.
Yeah.
MLB's calling it the 5. I mean, you'd like to see it show up, be a good game. But I mean, if you're the Dodgers, how important is tomorrow night's game? If you're the Dodgers with Snell on the mound,
Oh, huge. I mean, the Dodgers get off to a win tomorrow. I think the Blue Jays are kind of in trouble. I think the Blue Jays kind of have to win tomorrow if they want to have a realistic chance of beating the Dodgers. I really think so. I think they have to start out with a win.
this is as much of a have to that they have to
Yeah,
do as you could. Like, it's a must win.
for them,
It
yeah.
literally is a must win for the Blue Jays game 1.
Yeah,
I mean, it's over.
yeah,
It's over if they don't. It really is over.
yeah.
And there's no way they're going to come back thinking they're going to be able to lose game 1 and get into it, because it's all about the mo.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers will have the momentum. And if they come out and put a shellacking or a big spanking on them on
It's
game
over.
1,
Yeah.
that's just going to deflate them, and they're just going to be, oh, wowsy, wowsy, woo. We didn't even have a chance in the first place.
They might even have to win both games, I was thinking. I mean, they might have to win both games at home. I mean, even a split for the Dodgers is really going to set them up coming back home.
It is. It is.
I think so. I really think so.
And if the Dodgers do like they did the last one, take the first 2 wins
Yeah, well then.
on the road, that's
Yeah.
just it's done.
Yeah,
it's
it's over.
absolutely done.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's
where Yeah.
It's
And
been
where
pretty
are
crazy though, for sure. The playoffs for the Dodgers.
where are those people that going into the Milwaukee series were just popping off and saying, "Oh, they swept the Dodgers. They're gonna give the Dodgers. They're gonna show the Dodgers. They're gonna take the Dodgers down." Where are those people? Because as soon as the Dodgers just swept and came out and started kicking some butt, then people started crying about the salaries
Yeah,
and the deferred
I
payments.
saw that
Like
a lot. Yeah,
that wasn't even a thing when the Dodgers were losing and getting swept in what 3 series they got swept
yeah,
in, right? Like, and people are not even, they're like laughing. Oh, look at the Dodgers, they owe that money. But then as soon as the Dodgers start winning, oh well, it's not fair, man. They deferred this money and it's not fair. Like,
yeah,
well, tell the Mets that. Tell the Yankees that. Where are they at right now? Are
yeah.
they in Cancun? They're on vacation, dude.
Basically, that's why Dave Roberts, like you said, let's ruin baseball, right?
Yeah, let's ruin baseball. Let's just go ahead and ruin baseball.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. Let's go to the comments though. We got appreciate everybody's tuning in today. We got XRP Doyer saying let's effing go. Bearded, what's up, fam? Appreciate it, Bearded, for tuning in. XRP, let's ruin baseball, right?
Let's ruin baseball together, everybody.
Hell yeah. And then Tim Rash is saying good morning. I would love us to sweep. Yeah, that'd be a sweep would be super. That would be crazy, right? The Dodgers sweep the NLCS and sweep the World Series. It would be an ultimate just domination, right? They win basically if they were to do that. But I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, the Blue Jays, as we know, are a team that's, I think like we said, the Dodgers are heavily favored here in this World Series. More favored than last year, I think. Despite the fact that they're on the road, I think they're more heavily favored this year.
Well, I mean, and you're looking at, the one thing the Dodgers need to do if they have a game plan is the Achilles heel of the Blue Jays is their bullpen.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to show up in relief pitching, how they're going to handle that. So if you're the Dodgers, your game plan is to get to that bullpen early. And how do you get to the bullpen early? Well, you're going to have to take pitches. You're going to have to be selective. Make them throw strikes. But if the Dodgers have that kind of game plan out and they'll implode on themselves. The Blue Jays will implode on themselves. You just got to work the pitchers. Don't give them an easy go at it and get to that bullpen as early as possible. And then if you're the Dodgers, I mean, look, you got Trinan, Robleski, Vessier, Sheehan, Kershaw, Dreyer, Banda, and Kasperius all in the bullpen. So you can use those pieces how you want, and Roki, the closer. Do you like that still, Roki, the guy right now? Do you bring him out if the Dodgers have a 1-run lead? Do you do that? Do you bring him out for that situation in the ninth?
Yeah, for me, I think Roki Sasaki has earned his spot as a closer here during the playoffs. I think he's done an amazing job. Because as we know, the Dodgers really didn't have that down the stretch. They were using a lot of different guys, and we saw what happened in September. But that has been quickly forgotten because now the Dodgers have a secret weapon in the bullpen, and that's Roki Sasaki, right? I think he's going to be the guy in the high-pressure situations if it gets to that, right? If the games are even close, right? Because we've had some games that are not even, totally one-sided. Look at the last series. The Brewers only led for half an inning. So that's the kind of series that, could happen. Think about it. The Dodgers are playing at full strength. We're going to probably see that same kind of series again. I mean, if the Dodgers get off to a good start, Otani's hot. Like, he hit 3 home runs in Game 4. If he carries that over to the World Series and everybody else, is contributing, I just don't see the Blue Jays having enough even offense to compete with the Dodgers, right? I mean, the Blue Jays have, obviously some home run power and all that, but the Dodgers just have too much, right? And I think that's what it's come down to. I think in the playoffs, the Dodgers just have too many players for other teams to really compete.
Well, I mean, let's talk about Shohei. So he hits those 3 home runs. But
yeah.
Up until that point, come on, what had he done in the postseason, right?
Not very much, yeah.
Yeah, nothing really.
Yeah.
So is that solved now? Is that one game with 3 home runs, is that solved?
It could be. It could be.
Or were those 3 mistakes that he just took advantage of? But he's back. But he's going to go back to normal or how he was. I mean, I'd like to see that would break it loose.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that, remember, he took batting practice that day outside of the stadium instead of in the batting cages.
Yeah.
And a lot of times he keeps himself private on his batting. And so the fact that he did that and that kind of got him out, maybe that's his new trend. Maybe that, baseball's all about that routine. So if you're Shohei, maybe that's what you got to do. Take a live BP in front of a house, and then maybe that gets it into your system and you're ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ohtani, like they were talking about how that was probably one of the best performances we've ever seen from a baseball player in a game, right? The start of the game and hit the home runs. It was honestly incredible what we saw in that Game 4 blowout win against the Brewers. But yeah, I mean, I think Ohtani is gonna. I have a feeling he is gonna have a good World Series. I think he's motivated. I think he last year was kind of a struggle for him in the World Series, and I think with the injury and all that. And I think this year, he's fully healthy. I don't believe he has any injuries, and I think we're gonna get a different version of Ohtani this time around.
All right, when does he start in your eyes? So
I think it depends how the series is going. I think if it's
okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say? Where he would go? Where would you start him? Would you start him at home game 3, the first game at Dodger Stadium?
I would start him in Game 3 if the series is like 1-1 or they're down 2-0. But if they're ahead, I would wait again until Game 4 and just put him out.
So
yeah.
So if the Dodgers so Snell takes if you're playing manager here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Snell takes the win. Dodgers take the first one. Then Yamamoto comes out. He pitches a gem. They take the win. Dodgers 2-0. You don't start Shohei the first game at Dodger Stadium?
No, I would put Glasnow like they did last time. I would say
go Glasnow.
Yeah, same way as last what they did last time. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Do people agree with that? I mean, let's hear the comments below on that.
I mean, yeah, I think
that.
Yeah, I think you got to keep it going the way you did in the last series. I think it worked well doing that. Dodgers took a 2-0 lead, and you saved Ohtani for that Game 4. I would do that. I mean, if it's 1-1 or they're down 2-0, then I think you have to go to Ohtani in Game 3, right? I think you trust Ohtani in that situation, and even you're opening the possibility for him to be available in a Game 7, right? So that's why you would push his start early, because that series might be going deep if you're down 2-0 or tied 1-1. So that's why I would do that. Because if you're up 2-0, up 3-0, that series is going to end fast. So you just push back Ohtani to Game 4 for the clinching game.
Exactly. And then it's like, then there it is. It's at Dodger Stadium. It's Game 4. I mean, oh man, you think about all the years of the Dodgers not being able to celebrate at Dodger Stadium.
Too many years.
This would be absolutely amazing to see this happen. But remember, I mean, look, Brad Stradamus predicted this stuff, dude,
long time ago
in the beginning.
I think when we were playing in Japan way back in March, right?
Yeah, even because we were doing shows during the last World Series.
Yeah.
And we were calling it before that thing was over.
Yeah.
We were calling it, Dodgers are going to run it back, and that's what they're going to do. I just think they're too much, like you were saying. I think they're just too much for them to handle.
Yeah.
Because when it comes down to you start trying to match up player to player, I just don't think the Blue Jays can match up with the Dodgers.
It's just that the Game 1 is going to be key for Toronto. I mean, they have to win at home.
It's a must win.
I mean, it's just too much momentum is going to shift over to the Dodgers. If they blow Toronto out in Game 1, I mean, the rest of the series is going to be a joke. If it's a close game, then maybe Toronto bounces back on Saturday, but then that becomes a huge game, right? Because Toronto cannot lose the first 2 games at home and have a realistic chance. They just can't. I mean, I can't see the Dodgers. Look at last series. Seattle, won the first 2 on the road, and they found a way to lose the series. I can't see the Dodgers doing that. Seattle did, but I don't think the Dodgers, it's just they won't. I mean, it would be catastrophic if they did, but I just don't see that happening.
What do you think about Pajes? Is this the time that he's going to snap out of that slump? Man. Because he's not looked good at all, and he keeps getting run out there. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's starting to get a little too late for him, right? I mean, it's like the last series of the year.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that's it. We only got a possible 7 games.
That's it. The season's going to end. Win or lose.
Can you do something? Yeah, can you do something to help us out at this point now?
I know.
I mean, now that we're here,
it's been a rough October for Andy, and I just think, I mean, you would hope he turns it around, but at this point, you can't expect too much, right? I mean, it's been a rough go for him.
Are we going to see Kike with some fireworks at some point?
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
World Series. What is Kike going to do?
Yeah, I mean, we're
Is he?
definitely going to
Yeah,
see that. Some home
he's
runs, some extra base hits. This guy's been insane in the playoffs.
he's got to make a mark for himself, doesn't he? He's
Yeah.
got to do something, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's
Uh,
been so important for the Dodgers. I mean, it's been so important, since the beginning, since the wild card round. He's had extra base hits in every series. Has been coming up big. Has started all the games, right? He has started all
yep,
9 playoff games the Dodgers have played, right? They played
yep.
2 and then 3 and then 4. Yeah, so 9 playoff games, and Kike has started all 9 of them.
Yeah, because and they always give him the advantage too because they know that when does Kike step up? He steps up in October. All right. XRP Doyer says we need to take game 1 in Toronto. That place is loud. Thoughts
Yeah.
on that? What we just said.
Yeah, I mean, the place is super loud. I think Game 7 against Seattle last week was
Yeah.
one of the loudest games I've ever seen. And you could see the fans were going crazy, and first World Series in 32 years. And yeah, it's going to be super loud in Game 1, especially at the beginning. Dodgers take a big lead early. That place is going to get quiet. So I think it just has to do a lot with what the Dodgers do early on in that game. I just think if they score runs. We talked about this all year long, and that's why the Dodgers struggled at times this year because their offense kind of went cold. But when their offense is clicking, there's basically no team in baseball that could beat them, right? All of the 29 teams cannot beat the Dodgers if the Dodgers are clicking offensively.
Yeah, no, 100%. They definitely are not beating him, but they're clicking. There's no way that goes on. Well, here's the thing for the Dodgers. Just do like you did to the Phillies fans. They got shut the heck up right there.
Right away.
I mean, and that fan base in Philadelphia is gnarly. Those guys, they send it.
Yeah.
They are insane. That's a loud crowd. So to me, I mean, I know Toronto was loud, but you just take them out of it. You just got to take them out of it. Take pitches, stall it out, get some run support, get to the bullpen. Dodgers know what to do. They've had all the time to go through this. Heavily favorite. You don't let Toronto get into it. That's the thing. You don't let those fans get into it.
Yeah.
Don't give them that false hope. Shut them down from the beginning, Mike.
Yeah, right from the beginning.
Shut them down.
Take a big lead, 4-5-0 lead, and I don't think Toronto comes back from that. We have Blake Snell on the mound, who's we have to talk about Blake Snell, I think, again, because Blake Snell has been absolutely incredible in the playoffs, right? I mean, Dodgers signed him to a whole bunch of money in the offseason. He was heavily criticized at times with the injury.
Heavily.
And now he's really stepped up and has had, an incredible October, right? I mean, I think we have to kind of think, hopefully it continues in the World Series, but Snell has been insane.
Snell has been exactly what he needed to be. And how important, I don't care what people, there were so many haters on him when he was injured after 2 or 3 games.
2
taken
games, yeah.
out. He's out of the mix. And everyone complained, we're spending this much money.
Yeah.
Whoa. How come he's not doing oh my God. How important was that?
Yeah.
Literally, him being out and being fresh into the playoffs. That is just absolutely ridiculous. It could not have happened better. So the negative Nellies that were against it when he showed up injured, hey, he's giving you what he can give you now. What if his arm was just a noodle by the end of the year because he pitched in every game and you didn't need him to? They managed to make it to the postseason without him.
Yeah.
And now he's showing up and delivering. So that break that he had was huge.
Huge. Why don't we go to the comments? We got a lot of people, hopping on here. We got, what else we got? Tim saying the Dodgers began the year 9-0. Let's end the year by sweeping and going 9. Is that and going 9-0?
Yes.
Dodgers had a great start,
go.
right? A great start that really paid off in the end. And then Beard is saying the Jays are going to be playing emotional ball. Dodgers will be playing experience ball. If you can make errors and other small mistakes, then we get in their heads. We simply need to play as a team. Yeah, I mean, if the Dodgers play as a team, and do their job, I don't think the Blue Jays are as good as the Dodgers, right? They're clearly an inferior team. Bo Bichette, right, a guy that's been out for so long, might be coming back. but he's probably not going to be at full strength, even if he does play. So there's just a lot of, I think, question marks, like you're saying, in the bullpen too. Hasn't really been consistent. And
No.
it took a lot for them to beat Seattle. They went 7 games.
Yeah.
They lost the first 2 at home. They got a little hot, of course, in Seattle, scoring a bunch of runs in game 3 and 4, but it was a really tough series for them. And I think this series, they can't get off to that kind of start, right? They have to get off to a good start right away if they want to have a shot and make it a long series, right? Because I think Toronto, I think for them, making this a long series would be somewhat of an accomplishment. Because at the end of the day, if this goes 6-7 games, you still feel confident the Dodgers get it done, right? Even though they're on the road at the end. I think with the guy that they would have in game 7, pitching, if it's either, Yamamoto or Otani pitching game 7, you would feel confident they would get it done, right?
100%. 100%. I totally do. Because you look at the advantages, if you go and read, whatever all the experts are saying about the advantage for the Dodgers, starting pitchers, man, it's like murderer's row. I mean, these dudes are seriously, if they all go out and do what they're capable of when they come out and pitch their time, like, sure, Yamamoto's had some stumbles, so he needs to be on. So when he's on for game 2, he needs to step up. But, I mean, the Dodgers know what to do. They're pro at what they do. And one thing is, they know they're never out of it.
Yeah.
They know that they still can fight back and come back. And they've proven that with 2-out rallies with men in scoring position like all season long too as well. So the Dodgers know what to do on this one. I think the confidence level is there. They need to come out, win game 1, and get the advantage. And look what Toronto just showed. They showed that they can lose the first 2 games at home.
Yeah.
Like, if they did what they did to Seattle, it wouldn't even be the Dodgers completely would run away with this thing, right?
Yeah.
But it just shows you Seattle didn't have the depth.
No.
They took the first 2 games at home. How the heck do you choke that?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest choke jobs in baseball history. It has to be.
Again, it's like Seattle thought, was this going to be the year? That's Seattle. It's like, oh, my God.
I don't think they'll ever get this close again. I mean,
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think it's hard to bounce back. I mean, from getting this close, they even had a 3-2 lead going back to Toronto. They lost both games, game 6 and 7. Game 7 was a heartbreaker, right? Had a lead in the 7th inning and found a way to lose it.
That was a heavy game.
So, I mean, yeah, I think Seattle really, really blew it. And, it's unfortunate because the Dodgers would have had home field if Seattle would have found a way to win that series, right? We would have had game 1 in L.A. tomorrow, but I guess it wasn't meant to be, and the Dodgers are going to have to start the series out in Canada and open the possibility to clinching the World Series at home. Because I think that's got to be on the minds of every Dodger fan right now, that next week, come Tuesday or Wednesday, the Dodgers could be celebrating a World Championship in L.A. for the first time in many of our lifetimes,
Yeah, and I tell you, but just once you saw that Toronto's capable of losing 2 at home like that to a team that doesn't even stack up close to the Dodgers.
No, yeah.
They pulled that kind of crap with the Dodgers, this thing is over.
Yeah.
Over.
It's over,
If they lose the first 2 games, it's a sweep.
Yeah, it's probably a sweep.
It's a sweep.
Yeah, it's probably going to be game 3 and 4. They'll wrap it up by Tuesday. Yeah, because I just think, like you said, the momentum is so important in sports and baseball in general. It's just so important, the momentum. And, I think, that the Dodgers can really build up on their momentum and their confidence if they do that. And that's why I think tomorrow is such a big game for Toronto, right? I mean, I think if they win tomorrow, then we're thinking, okay, maybe this is going to be a longer series, right? I think, right? But I think game 2 then becomes super important, right? Because the Dodgers can come back and win that one and really kind of, go back, that's what they need, a split in the first 2 games.
Yeah, and it goes back to the confidence level of the Dodgers. Like, look, they could lose. They could get shellacked in game 1, right? Let's say that happened to them. They lose by 4 or 5 runs. That doesn't put them like, oh, yeah, we can't even match up. No, they'd come out strong and win that next game is what they would do.
For
but
sure.
They could turn that flame out pretty darn quick by taking care of business with game 1 tomorrow night on Fox. That is 100% for sure, because if Toronto drops that game, not looking good. They don't even – their chances are just got down to nil
Probably, yeah, -20 or -100. Yeah.
Can't lose that first one if you're them because it's over. Because they don't have the same mindset. And the one thing for the Dodgers, too, if you had to pick one person that you don't let beat you on that team, who would it be?
Who is it?
It's
George
Vlad.
Springer? Oh,
No,
Guerrero.
Vlad.
Yeah.
That's the one guy.
Yeah.
Just don't let him beat you.
Yeah.
Make someone else do something, okay?
Yeah.
Because MLB gives him the advantage over Freddie Freeman in first base. They say that matchup goes to Vlad Jr. So he's the one guy that could cause some damage. So he's the one guy you need to not – you hold him and you take pitches and you be selective and you get to the bullpen and you stop him from getting on base. I think you got easy street right there.
But see, the thing is though, either the Dodgers, like Guerrero and Springer, those two players, as we know, are like the stars on Toronto. But if the Dodgers, even if let's say those two guys have like good series, outside of that, what else is in the Toronto lineup that's gonna get you runs, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the bottom half of that lineup is pretty poor, right? In comparison to even the Phillies, right? Even the Phillies had a more dangerous lineup. And that's where I think we start to look at, where the Toronto's going to get their runs against, a good starting pitcher like Blake Snell or Yamamoto. Once Snell gets through that top half of the lineup, how are these guys going to get on base? I think that's what we get to start thinking about.
And they don't even know, if you're looking at the Blue Jays, they don't know who's going to start in right field. They don't know who's going to start at second base. They're still trying to figure that stuff out. So
yeah.
So there's center field, that's locked. They already know, you got Dalton there. So, but what else do you do? Because you don't, if you compare, 11 different categories on who has the advantage, Dodgers take 7, the Blue Jays 4. And then 2 of the ones for the Blue Jays, they don't even know who's playing that position.
Yeah.
So the uncertainty, and they don't even know who's pitching yet. Have they even named their pitcher yet?
I don't believe so. I think they're still thinking. I know the Dodgers have, as we know, Blake Snell's going game 1 and Yamamoto's going game 2, which is expected. Both those guys have so much time off, and Yamamoto had the complete game, first one in 21 years. That's crazy. I was totally shocked when that happened. Went 9 innings, first time in 20 years for the Dodgers in the playoffs.
Yeah, how does he do after that? Is that such a huge confident builder, or do guys have him figured out now, or what? Well, I don't know how you look at that, but Tim Rash says he stands with you, Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow, then Otani. He likes that too as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good thought there. And then what else we got? We got Bearded saying Toronto fans made an impact. They showed out for the Jays versus Seattle, so they will versus LA. I think we'll see some Toronto fans out here in California, but I don't know. I don't think they're not going to be that many of them. Not that many.
And they're all polite and nice.
Not going to be that crazy.
They're freaking Canadians, man.
Yeah, it won't be that crazy.
Sorry. Sorry for scoring a run, eh? Sorry, I had to do that. You know why I had to do that.
Yeah, I know. It won't be as bad, I think, Toronto as the Phillies. What I was thinking about is how many Dodger fans are going to make it to Toronto. It won't be that many of them. I don't think Toronto fans are going to sell their tickets. So I think we're not going to see too many Dodger fans the next couple of days. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, no, I'm. They're going to try and solve that. That's what all teams try to do at some point. How can we stop Dodger fans from buying tickets to Dodger games in our stadium? It's pretty funny how that goes. But look, dude, come on. When people start saying well, Toronto's pretty loud and what? Look, Philadelphia is way, way worse.
Yeah.
If you look at fan bases and you're going, yeah, dude, Toronto's gnarly when you go there. And the Phillies, they're no way. Phillies are way, way, way gnarlier.
Even the Yankees fans are worse. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't buy the Toronto they're loud. That's because Seattle gave them too many openings. Seattle let them in.
Yeah.
And if they didn't let them in, that wouldn't have happened. But it's you look at how the Dodgers shut down Philly.
Yeah.
Shut them down. The fans were sitting on their butts, didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
They're did this just happen? Weren't we supposed to be the ones?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't buy Toronto is going to be loud and it's crazy. If the Dodgers let them get into it, then yeah, they can get loud. But if you play your game, which they do, they're not going to be in it.
No.
You're going to silence them. And once you silence them for a game or two, it's done. Stick a fork in it, man.
Yeah. We start playing the parade next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just skip to the parade?
I know. I just want to get to the parade, man. It's going to be insane.
Where's the truck? Where's the commissioner's trophy? Where are we going? Let's go.
I mean, I think the Dodgers clinching at home would be just
Best thing
insane.
ever.
It's going to be the best thing ever as Dodger fans because we waited too long, right? I mean, last year
Too long.
we had clinched in New York, and then before that it was a bubble, and then 88 was up in Oakland, right? And then 81 was in New York. So it's been since the 60s, right? I think they played like Chicago or Minnesota. I don't even remember. I wasn't around, but I mean it's I think they only clinched one time at Dodger Stadium, right? Only one.
I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I think
if
only
it's
one.
one or two, but yeah.
Yeah.
But we do know this. It's been a ton of years.
Been too many years.
Yeah, for that to happen.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers need to make it happen. They really do.
I mean, the last time they clinched at home, I mean, there wasn't even a playoff system yet. They still had just the two teams going to the World Series. That's how long it's been.
Yep.
You know.
I mean, I still go back. To me, the worst experience that I have ever experienced being a Dodgers fan is when we went back-to-back losses to the Yankees in the 70s.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid. That right there, still to me, like I'd rather face the Yankees in the World Series every single year
just because of that.
Just to beat them, because as a kid, how much that hurt when I was a little kid. Just like, and if you make it to the World Series, then you lose, and then it's like the next year you make it to the World Series, it's going to be, and then Dodgers lost. So,
yeah, that was tough series for sure. But let's go to the comments. We got a lot of people asking questions here, and appreciate everybody hopping on.
Oh, Tim Rash says 63 was the only time.
63. Only one time, yeah. So that was over 60 years ago, 1962,
Thanks, Tim.
1963, 62 years ago. Long time ago. And yeah, it's been
not in our lifetime.
Nope.
So that's great.
That was before we were here. So, and it was just another time for baseball then completely, right? I think baseball was in a different era back in those days. World Series was still played during the day back in 63. Wasn't even a nighttime thing. And now, you know, baseball has changed. So this is a new era, and I think you know, it would be great just for the city and the fans that have, because I mean I think we have to talk about this. We're going to obviously talk more about this in the next few days, but I think a lot of people around baseball and around the sports world think that, you know, Dodger fans are spoiled and we've won so much, and it's not true. I think we've been through so much suffering as a fan base that we kind of deserve all this that's coming, because, you know, we've gone through a lot as Dodger fans the last few years, man.
Yeah, we definitely have, and you know, for a team that was always making the playoffs and then making those early exits for what was that, like 3 to 4 years in a row? That was painful. But think about this though. So Tim Rash brings up a great point. 1963, the only time they clinched at home. You know what's special about that year? The Dodgers opened Dodger Stadium in 62. So the very next year was the year they got the clinch. So think about it. She has not been celebrated in and clinching a World Series, and that stadium was a year old.
That's nuts.
That's how old that's been. So yes, the fans definitely deserve to clinch at home.
Yeah, it's just, it would be insane, and the celebrations, and yeah, just definitely wish I would be there, but gonna be watching from afar. But we got Abraham saying the Dodgers have absolutely gotten exactly what they needed from all or starting pitchers. When you get all-time, single-time performance from your fourth starter, you can't lose. I mean, yeah, that's true. It's a good point there from Abraham. I mean, if your fourth starter is having the kind of start that Otani had, I mean, and then of course even Glasnow pitched good. I mean, all four starting pitchers in the last round were great. I mean, all four guys, right? And if we get that again in this series, I mean, how do the Blue Jays have a chance? How do they have a shot to actually win a game, right?
Yep.
If that actually happens again.
I mean, exactly. Look how Snell's been lights out. Yamamoto went the whole entire game, and Shohei pitched great, and so does Glasnow. So yeah, if they do what they do, just a little bit of run support, not even much.
No, not even much.
Like,
6 runs, 5 or 6.
Maybe even less. I mean, Dodgers could win with 4 runs with these guys pitching if they're pitching lights out. And you know what they say. What is the biggest thing they say about baseball is pitching wins
Yeah.
championships.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't say it, then nothing does. And then you look at starting pitching, obviously Dodgers, massive, massive advantage over the Blue Jays. But then you look at relief pitching, and it was only about a month ago, but everybody was going, oh, yeah, the bullpen's horrible. What about now? What about now? What about your choices now? You're not locked into your Tanner Scott.
Nope.
I mean, you got Trinan in there who's made some strides moving forward. You got Kershaw, Dreyer, Banda, Sheehan, Kasperius, Robleski, Vesia, and then Roki to close.
Yeah.
That just not only does the Dodgers have starting pitching, but they got relief pitching as well, and a heck of a lot better than the Blue Jays relief pitching.
Yeah, I mean, Sheehan and Sasaki moving to the bullpen was huge, I think. I think that was the key to the Dodgers bullpen. Those two guys were basically filling that missing void that the Dodgers had the last month, and they've done a great job. Both starting pitchers transitioning to the bullpen, role, and they've done a great job. So, yeah, and I think that's a good point, Brad. I mean, I think pitching wins championships. Last year, the Dodgers pitching won it as well. I mean, it was the bullpen, right? The bullpen carried the Dodgers in the worst moments, and that carried the Dodgers all the way to the World Series. So this year, it's the same thing. The pitching is going to win them the World Series, and this time it's the starting pitching, right? Because this year they actually have a rotation. I think
it's opposite,
last year we didn't have a rotation,
But the bullpen stepped up in a massive way with the bullpen games that they did last year. Here's one from Sam Oros. Congratulations from a Blue Jays fan. It's going to be a very great series.
Appreciate it, Sam, for tuning in.
Right on, Sam.
Yeah. Got Blue Jays fans hopping on. Yeah.
Right into the Wolf's den. Right on, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
See that. I think it's gonna be a great series for the Dodgers, Sam. But we'll see.
I mean, here's what I'd say to Blue Jays fans. I think winning
you made it. You made it to the World Series.
You made it 32 years, right? 1993. I mean, I think it's a big accomplishment for them because a lot of people didn't pick the Blue Jays to go to the World Series, and they made it, right? I mean, I think for the Dodgers, it's a bigger deal if they lose the series in comparison if the Blue Jays lose. I think you would agree with me there, right, Brad? I mean, if the Dodgers lose the series, it's going to be bad, I think. It's going to be bad. I mean, I don't even want to think about it, but it will be bad.
No, that's a choke. That's a huge choke.
Yeah.
If the Dodgers did not do what they're supposed to do at this World Series, that's a massive choke.
Yeah.
And they would get clumped on so hard in the offseason.
It would be
from
bad.
All the other fans from all the other teams
and their own fan base too. Because been all quick the fans switch on the Dodgers. So unfortunately.
Yep. Here's Abraham Horowitz says, can we see Kike at the 5th spot, Smith at the 7th, the bookends? They've both been consistent while TH has been hot, hit, and cold. And then this could help address the big issue with stranding base runners. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I feel like Roberts just puts them at the bottom of the order. And I feel like maybe a little change up right there is not a bad idea. I definitely don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree with it. But yeah, I mean, I think the Dodgers like to have that hot bat at the bottom of the lineup, right? Because he just, he's getting on base so much. I mean, it's like, you want to have somebody like that Toronto doesn't have, right? That's what I'm saying. Toronto just doesn't have their bottom half of the lineup. I think has got to do something for them to have a shot. They can't just rely on Springer and Vlad and the whole series. They don't have enough.
Two guys aren't going to send you guys, to the promised land. They're going to need 3 to 4 guys that don't normally put up big numbers.
Got to get on base.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the question.
On base, hey, one thing about them though, when they get on base, they can run some bases.
Yeah.
They can put some stress on a catcher. I mean, they can put some stress on a pitcher for sure.
You see, it's getting to the point though for the Dodgers though, and for the teams that are playing the Dodgers, is they can't even get on base, right? We saw it with the Brewers. The Brewers couldn't even get to second base in that series. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be the problem, I think, for the Blue Jays, too. How do they, if the Dodgers are not walking batters, if they're throwing strikes, they're not going to be able to get on base. That's what happened to Milwaukee. They couldn't get on base.
They're going to, what they're going to try to do is hijack is what they're going to try to do.
Yeah.
Because if you look at first ball strikes on Snell, first ball strikes on Yamamoto for their last, 2 starts apiece, it's massive. I mean, they're throwing first pitch strikes. So it's like, if you're going to start taking pitches and you're going to give them that first one, and you're 0-1, okay, watch out. That's the problem. So if you're Blue Jays, you're probably going to try and hijack You're going to try and hijack because these guys, Snell and Yamamoto, want to put those first pitch strikes over immediately.
We got Sam saying, much respect, no hard feelings. Yeah, respect to Toronto. I visited that park. It's a beautiful stadium. I liked Rogers Center. I love the city of Toronto. And I think it's a great sports city for sure. So, yeah, much respect.
I actually was there this year.
Oh, that's cool. This year, huh?
I did a skateboard event where I was announcing out there in downtown Toronto.
Okay, yeah.
It was a really cool event.
In the summertime.
Yep. Okay. Then I tried to fly out, and the airport is a piece of crap. So I'm not a fan of Toronto. The city, yes.
The city's awesome, man. Yeah. Even the stadium too is super cool. Yeah.
No, they do good things. And hey, congratulations, Toronto, for making it to the World Series.
Congratulations.
Second place is good.
Yeah. Better than it's true. Better than San Diego, right? I mean, San Diego, don't even.
What are they gonna do, man? I
don't know. They don't have a manager now.
At some point, you start feeling sorry for them. I mean, a little bit.
I mean, because we know they're always watching. We know the Padre fans are always watching. That's why we always bring them up. But shout out
to Padre fans that are hanging with us right now.
They're always around, guys. Man. Always around. We got Bearded saying, I'm stoked for Vladdy. I guess talking about Vladdy, of course, from Toronto. And then, here's a comment from Raider Man. Appreciate it, Raider Man. You always tuning in. We got, let's not get ahead of game one, boys. If the parade comes, this will be a well-earned championship. All the tough losses this year, right? So I think that's a good point there, Raider Man. I think we need to focus and lock in for game one, right? I think we got to do that.
He also said Springer's going to be waiting for the trash can signal.
Oh, my God. That's good, man.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Yeah. Trash throws, man. I mean, when Springer hit that home run on Monday, I was thinking, how did he hit that home run? Did he know if the pitch was coming? It seemed a little bit weird, man. When he hit that,
it did.
It looked a little bit strange, I don't know. Yep. Is Toronto using the trash cans? I mean.
Oh, man, right?
Yeah.
No, they're too polite. Remember, they're Canadian. They're going to be polite. Ray says, are you kidding me? Put Will Smith 7th in the lineup and Kike in Will Smith's spot? How are you crazy? Will Smith is hot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Will Smith is hot right now. It's good to have him back. Ray, he's spitting knowledge right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
And then we got readers saying, Ray, that's why they want the change to bring around more runners. Yeah, I mean, they like I said, the Blue Jays need to get on base, to have a realistic chance. And I don't know. Yeah. I just think that it's going to be tough. The Dodgers have really good pitching. They're on fire right now. They're firing on all cylinders. They got so much momentum. Winning all those games for the Dodgers in the playoffs, I think it's changed the mindset for the team, right? I think, going into the playoffs, there was a lot of doubt. And now I think all those doubts are gone, right? I think the Dodgers have no doubts now.
I didn't doubt it. I was not doubting.
As a team, though.
Yeah, but I kept saying perfect storm because they're all coming back at the right time.
Yeah.
And if you go back to all those receipts that I have from those games, 10 games left in the season, 20 games left in the season.
You were saying it.
Yeah, the team came back. They came back at the right time. I mean, and that's why the Dodgers didn't make the big moves like we thought.
Oh, they were gonna. They didn't make any.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. And if you looked at what they said, they knew it. They knew guys are coming back. And I'm telling you, the way Snell is pitching right now, if Snell would have pitched this whole entire season, right, and be at this point right now in the season, he would not be as effective as he is right now, having that break that he had.
Yeah.
That just keeps that arm fresh. And you cannot deny that, man.
No.
He's got a fresh arm from being injured.
Yeah.
That worked out perfect for him.
Yeah, it definitely did. And then we got Daniel saying Snell will shut them out. I mean, yeah, if Snell shuts them out, I mean, I think this series is basically over. Blake Snell basically has the Toronto Blue Jays' fate in his hands. I think Dodgers winning game one really puts the Dodgers, if they're already favorites, I think it really, changes it, makes it even worse for Toronto, right? If they find a way to get that win.
And he's even more fresh because they've had so much time off. So it's like, there's no excuse not to come out and throw the best game that you're capable of doing, especially for Snellzilla. And
yeah.
I love seeing this. It's great the way it's going.
Yeah. Super, super fun to watch Snell here in the playoffs. And then what else we got? We got
Wait, here's one.
What's up?
Raymond says, Conforto's play and the bullpen caused anxiety, Brad. I give you credit, bro. You never wavered.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, Michael Conforto is basically probably will never play for the Dodgers again, right? I mean, basically completely erased, and I think he will be on another team next year. I really think so.
And you know what? I wish him luck. It didn't work
Yeah.
out for the Dodgers. No hate on that guy. He was trying to get it back. He was trying everything he was trying to do. Don't want to throw shade on him.
Just don't go to San Diego. Just don't go to San Diego.
He caused and the thing is, if he goes against a team that we play, and then all of a sudden, look, he's hitting now.
Just don't go to San Diego, man.
That's what I don't want.
No,
yeah. If
don't
you
go
there. Please.
No, he can go to San Francisco. They're trash, but don't go to San Diego. They want him.
You know they do, right?
Yeah.
Snell has been A+ against the Jays. Blake Snell, everyone's on the Blake Snell.
Yeah.
But everyone also knows that Pajes has not been doing well.
No.
And, man, we have a short-term memory, Pajes. If you do something right now, okay, just start doing something. Just how about a 2-for-4 game?
Yeah.
Right.
Something.
Just a couple of those would be a good start.
Yeah. Show you're still a player that could make a difference, and he had some good stretches during the season, so I mean you can't rule it out that he'll do something, and I just think that the Dodgers, the pitching has carried them, in this playoff run. They've had one of the best start. When the Dodgers go back and look at this run after they're world champions, they're going to look at all the starting pitching performances. That's going to be the highlight, I think, that we're going to look back on. Sure, it'll be the runs and the big moments from the home runs and all that, but I think it's going to be the pitching that's going to be the key everybody's going to talk about.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to think, though. Now, remember when a lot of the teams were actually walking Shohei to get to Mookie, and even when Shohei wasn't doing anything early in the playoffs, they were still walking him to get to Mookie, and Mookie, of course, makes him pay for that.
Yeah.
So if you look at that now, after his numerous home runs in the last game, it's like now – it's no doubt about it. You're going to walk him.
Yeah, no walking. Yeah,
they're going to walk him. So Mookie's, I guarantee, in this series, he's going to get walked, and Mookie's going to get an opportunity to hurt Blue Jays for doing that, and it's going to happen. Brad Stradamus predicts that. Big
moments for Mookie. I mean, that's what's crazy. The Dodgers, their lineup, when Otani is walked and all that, they still have so much coming up after that. That's what makes the Dodgers so tough to beat. Their batting lineup is just too much for these teams, I think,
And they don't get unnerved by, going down 2 or 3 runs. They still will scratch and claw their way back into it. And they've been that way the whole season. And they were that way last year. Maybe not as many come from behind wins as they had this year, but last year that was an MO of that team too as well. Like, we're not out. We're not out of it. 3 runs? No. Just wait. We got time.
Then we got XRP saying just a dinger with runners on. I'll take it.
Yes.
Hell
no
yeah.
Solos.
Yeah.
We don't need solos. We need somebody on. So even a walk, that's fine.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're coming to an end here with the Dodgers live stream here. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. We always got great people here. They're always supporting the channel. Make sure to subscribe if this is your first time seeing Dodgers Digest. I know a lot of people are coming over here because of the algorithm with the World Series, so make sure to like and subscribe. But I don't know if you have anything else, Brad, before we take off.
No, I mean, look, Dodger fans, I've never wavered, and I'm not going to waver this one. You guys need to be the same. Send out positive vibes for our boys in blue, and let's take care of business. Get the win tomorrow night, and go to Game 2, 1-0. Let's go, Snellzilla. Let's get it done. Go Dodger Blue.
That's right. Let's go Dodgers.